TVC has changed their studio. Congratulations. So, I like the blue background and all of that. But that color you used in writing your view, it didn't go well though. But anyway, we need to thank you for changing that old TVC background. Oh my God, it was long overdue. And the fact that TVC background made our Chidinma not to come out looking good. And that your makeup artist, I hope you have changed that. By the way, you ladies were looking super good, super good. Well done. So the topic that we're discussing today was one that has been trending on social media for the longest, about the tax reforms. And I have seen that the people from the north have said they don't want they don't want that bill to go through. They don't want the tax reform. So I feel that from the explanation, the expert who is in this administration had explained to a little about the study. He mentioned that the tax reform is not to make the poor poorer and the rich richer. How do I explain this? Like, if there's little small scale businesses that will not pay the tax, then those who have very big companies, they will not be, their withholding tax will not be too big. It will be in little. That's if maybe they were asking them to pay 10% initially for withholding tax. Their withholding tax now is going through, that's for manufacturers. Manufacturers are not even to pay. Then these other people who have very big companies, they are to pay a little, maybe like 1% or 2% of the withholding tax, as against them paying 10% at the original rate. That's the former rate. So that's on this tax reform, that's the explanation the man gave. Okay, so maybe I'll play you a little of that, of what he said, so that you would understand it better, and then we'll read some comments and we take it up from there. What do you guys think? You know very well that we are here to learn, and I tell you this for free. I love to do anything Nigerian politics, because I just like to inform my people what's going on, what's going. So now we are going to listen now to what they are saying. Okay, from the introduction. From the introduction.
So in the last month, how do you define a small business? People like Nema, or people like the Yasikira,
so the Yasikiras, if your annual turnover is 25 million or less, which in the bills we're going to increase to 50, but as of today, 25 million naira or less, you will not have to charge withholding tax when you receive any invoice, and when you are being paid, nobody will deduct withholding tax on you as well. So that allows you to conserve your money to do more business and sales. Manufacturers, no withholding tax as well. And even for large businesses, like I said, some of them have very little profit margin.
Just like what I explained.
So we have a sector where they were being asked to pay withholding tax of 10% on their turnover. And their profit margin is not even up to 10%. So we reduced that to 2% from 10.
That's good.
Yes. So, and even when people pay withholding tax, it's not supposed to be an additional tax, but they don't get the credit note on time. It's too complicated.
Exactly.
We've created that new framework for you to write your own receipt and be able to use it. So this is a huge relief for businesses, and I think it's a good note to start for 2025.
Fantastic. That's great news.
Great news. You know what this means? That we clap like this, and then there's still opposition to, the entire reform.
Yeah.
And I wanted to even pick on your mindset. How do you feel? Doing something that you think has solved a lot of problems, because I consider it realistic. There are small businesses who hate it when the tax people come to them. I'm struggling. I never pay NEPA bill. I saw a young man on 2 days ago. I was buying from. I was like, when you open this your shop, it was full. See, your shop is empty. You're a Nigerian youth. You don't lazy. The boy said, no, auntie. The person that helped me gave me loan. I'm paying him back. I paid 800 of the money. I've not even paid the rest. I was like, I was shocked to find out. So there are certain businesses. It's just realistic to No, there are businesses in this
Yes,
category
in
who
exempt
should not be
tax.
bothered.
Yes, they shouldn't be
But
taxed.
we now
That's
hear
a feeling.
people who have read all these laudable things and cancel it. They have not consulted us. They have not carried us. So how do you feel seeing people react like
Yeah, to be honest, I don't take it personal. If you have a country of more than 200 million people, it would be unrealistic to expect everybody will think in one direction. You also have to be mindful that human beings are naturally selfish, so they think about their interests first. So you're saying don't collect taxes from small businesses, right? So you expect small businesses to be happy, but the person that is collecting the taxes, you think they'll be happy? They will not be happy. We're saying low-income earners should not pay tax, middle-income earners should pay lower taxes, but the rich people should pay a little bit more. You think the rich people will be happy? They will not be happy.
That's
So, and sometimes the reason why some stakeholders are not happy are not things they can say in the public. So they'll look for a proxy issue to continue to fight. Otherwise, you would imagine, why is it that if all the issue you have is the way we share VAT revenue, why are you asking us to withdraw the bills? There are actually 4 bills, and all that they're disagreeing with is in just one bill.
one bill?
In that one bill, you have more than 100 provisions. You disagree with one. Why don't you ask us to amend it, which we can do in 2 minutes? Why is the solution to go and withdraw it? And I'll be honest with you, there are some sub-nationals that are not happy that we're exempting low-income earners. They said that's everybody that is paying IGR in their states. They won't come on TV and tell you we are fighting them because they're exempting low-income earners. So our approach is just to be engaging with everybody, try and explain it to them, be constructive. We're not fighting. It's for the interest of our country. Like NLC, for example, you would imagine ordinarily if we have a tax bill that is exempting 90% of all workers,
you will now say you don't.
1.7 million naira per month or less, you pay lower tax. I don't know anyone in NLC that is any more than that. If there are people any more than that, they'll be less than 1%.
Yeah.
Should it not be NLC going on the field to say,
Yes.
let's pass it like yesterday,
Yeah.
right?
That's why I say that there's a proxy issue. So
There's a proxy issue. Sometimes people are not telling you what they are fighting. So some of
So guys, they are refusing to mention the people who are fighting this tax reform. You know them already. They are from the north. The Hausa people, the Muslims, are saying no, they don't want that tax reform, and because. And now this man is saying that he feels the reason why some people are saying that is because they don't want to come out to say, why will you be exempting the poor or the low income earners from paying tax? That they don't want to come out. So that's why they will stage all of that. That they expect that NLC should welcome this because almost 90% of them will not be paying this tax. The one that will pay it minimally, like at a very reduced cost. So you see, those who did taxation in school understand what this man is trying to say. But in all, why am I making this video is to let you know that that's not a problem. And somebody on the comment said, this guy is very brilliant. We have a president who for the first time in our history is reforming our economy and the risk of his second term. At the risk of his second term, Nigerians are calling him all sorts of names now, but by the time they start seeing the gains of the reforms, they will be appreciated and praised. See, let me tell you something. So people don't understand. See, a lot is going on in this country. You can't be doing everything at the same time. The tax reforms and all that is okay, right? But these other people who are talking is because they know that the fuel subsidy is a problem. You're paying so much to buy food now. Food that you ordinarily buy 50,000, you are buying 100,000. That's too much. So if the government had kept they said when they increase the fuel, there will be no borrowing. But right now they borrow more than when there was fuel subsidy. That's what people are talking about. If food is considerable, as in the price is considerable, I don't even know the word to use, is low enough, people will be able to go out there and fend for themselves. But when the food is expensive, transportation is expensive, tell me how the people will not see anything you are doing as being, so they won't pay attention. A lot of people have They are not, they are having selective hearing right now because they are hungry. That's the most important thing they are looking out for, not what reform that they cannot sit down to understand. So do not blame them if they question everything.